All right. Good morning. Good morning. Wow. Friday the 18th, July 18th. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to what I affectionately refer to as hashtag Alive365, where I'm going live every single day in 2025 with either personal or business, professional development stuff in the interest of trying to level people up, give back, um, let people know what I'm up to, drive people to my coaching, you name it, we're doing it. So, but for the most part, it's just to connect with you guys and help you guys connect with one another, do great things. Speaking of great things, Dave Howard is here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood here in southern Maine today. I don't know what the top temp is, high temp, I didn't check, but Alex Redmond is here. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, good morning, Dave. Good to see you. Coffee number 3. You guys are looking at an 86 on the sleep score this morning. You want to look out. Some shit could happen here this morning. It could come right unspun. Estera Design is joining us on Instagram. Good morning, Larry White. I hope you're recovered from the trip and getting home in the wee hours of the morning. The OG, Roy Dahl, is here. You said you were going to text me yesterday. Shoot me a text. Make sure I have your right number. Think of all the things we've missed. I wonder why you didn't respond. Good morning, Catherine Thomas. Wendy Lee. Good morning, babe. Yeah. Hi. Hi. How you doing? Yeah. Well, good to see you guys. And you guys that are on Instagram chiming in. Good to see you over there. Nice to see that's working for a while. It didn't seem like it was working yesterday. We had Steve Rosenberg join us and talk about the Live Like Jet Foundation that we're involved in, and it's to honor the memory of and legacy of Steve's son Jet, who Jett, who passed a couple of years ago due to a motorcycle accident. So Steve talked about that. We literally dug him out of bed yesterday and said, "Hey, tell us about your foundation." So I give him credit for jumping on and hitting a topic like that right out of bed. So anyway, so Wendy will put the link in for that ongoing. And yeah, go Jets. I like it. Jason Rector is here, and he's a 9. So yeah, good to see you, Jason. Coffee is especially good this morning. Tasting great. Yeah. Yeah. It's a cool name. Obviously, Steve's in the airline industry and named his son Jet, Jett. I haven't heard that there's any more behind that, but I imagine it had something to do with that. So pretty cool. And pretty cool that he was able to, ride motorcycles and do those kinds of things with him, and bought his own first investment property at age 14. So you can tell that Steve, I didn't know him, but I imagine Steve was putting him in some pretty uncomfortable positions from an early age, which is cool. So anyway, the Live Like Jet Foundation is the purpose is to bring the opportunity of going to trade school to kids that might not otherwise have it. So it's been able to help 7 or 8 kids already, and in various ways, whether it was tuition or a vehicle or living arrangements or whatever. So just cool stuff. So we're happy to be involved in it. And it's one thing with Summit Coaching that I was kind of always looking for is like, what's the next level for us and the next step? And that was like identifying some place to pour in and in a nonprofit type of way, in like, what do you do for others? Yeah, I know we give back and we're selfless, but this Live Like Jet Foundation is going to be it. So I like it. Touring Man is here. Good to see you. Always a pleasure to have you in the mix. So guys, yesterday I was going to talk about understanding where fear comes from, and I had reached out to Steve before the call and said, "Hey, I'm going to talk about the foundation. Here's the link. Hop on if you can." And boom, he popped up. So we put this on the shelf until today. So this is a great Friday topic to talk about fear. And in our series on overcoming, as part of our series on overcoming self-doubt. And I think, excuse me, in a lot of ways, many of us deal with self-doubt, but from a standpoint of fear, fear has roots. Pull them up, right? If you look at it that way, right? If you want to overcome self-doubt, you need to understand why it shows up in the first place. Um, when you can name it, you can tame it. All right. I like that. Fear isn't random. It typically has a source. You can often trace it back to experiences or criticism or embarrassment or failure or rejection, right? And your brain's wired for survival, not success. It's wired to keep you comfortable. So it always defaults to safety, even when the risk is small. So that's why here, get out of your comfort zone, right? Most fear is emotional, not logical. It's felt, not factual. Felt, not factual. So some common root fears that feed self-doubt are: number one, fear of failure, right? We all have that. What if I try and it doesn't work? How about fear of judgment? That's a big one, probably even worse, right? What will people think of me? Oh, you're writing a book? Who do you think you are? Right? Oh, you're doing a live every single day. What do you think you have to share? Oh, you still doing that thing? Wow, you just like to hear yourself talk. Things that have been said. Fear of success. What if I can't sustain it once I get there? You won't know till you find out, right? You won't know till you get there. Fear of rejection. What if they don't accept me? You know, what if nobody shows up on my lives? I've had some where it's very few, or little to none. We had one of our group coaching calls a few weeks back. It was just me, right? It happens, but I keep showing up. So these things often come from childhood experiences, whether it's school systems, a first job, or early failures, somewhere where you were put in a really uncomfortable position. And the nervous system, when that happens, it'll trigger avoidance, right? Your body physically responds to fear through anxiety or tension or procrastination, just avoidance in general, right? Most people don't even know why they're avoiding fear. They just feel busy or uncertain, right? They just move away from it. The truth is that fear is not a signal to stop. Okay. It's not a signal to stop. It's a signal just to pay attention. Once you name the fear, you weaken its grip. Self awareness leads to self mastery, guys. Name the fear. Right? I've had fear, whether it was signing up for which shoulder are those things on? Signing up for my first big race. I don't know if I can finish an Ironman. I'm going to try. I'm going to train. Right? I don't know if I can get up on stage and speak to a whole bunch of people. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make myself uncomfortable. Get an opportunity to do something. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. Not, well, I got a thing, or I don't know. It's just, yeah, what if nobody reads my book? So what? Big deal, right? So, you gotta hold on to the steering wheel, right? when you're going for it, not jump in the back seat. Don't delay launching something or doing something or creating something because of fear. Wendy says, if you haven't watched yesterday's live, I highly recommend watching it. Yeah, for sure. Some people fear the truth, Dave says. Yeah, you can't handle the truth. Yeah. Here's a little thing. Fear awareness journal. Okay. Complete this sentence. Write it down. If I wasn't afraid, I would, and then fill in the blank. If I wasn't afraid, I would maybe start that business, maybe go on that trip, maybe ask that person out. You don't filter it. Let it flow, right? If I wasn't afraid, I would. Okay. Then ask yourself, what's the fear underneath that dream or action? What's the fear? What's the fear underneath that dream or action? Where did that fear originate? Well, somebody told me that, I had no business doing that. Bob's going to do an Ironman? That was said. You'll never be a runner. That's great, but you'll never be a runner. That was said to me. Yeah. Think about where it originated. And what's it costing you to keep believing it? What is it costing you to keep believing it? Good morning, Rachel. Good to see you. Larry White is here. Rodal, Catherine Thomas. Yeah. They're my personal favorite. Always here, always behind the scenes. Thank you very much. Yeah, don't filter it. Like, what's the fear underneath that dream or action that you have that you're not acting on? If I wasn't afraid, I would, boom. Where did that fear originate? What's it costing me to keep believing that bullshit? Right? Because that's what it is. Yeah, Alex says the only way I can conquer fear is putting myself in those uncomfortable situations. Sometimes the fear is still there after the experience. Sure. Hell yeah. It takes a little bit to get used to it. It should scare you a little bit, right? That's where the level up is. Guys, pop it in the chat like Alex did. If you got something that you've been putting off or you've been fearing starting, throw it in there. You'd be surprised. Maybe you get an accountability partner out of the group. Maybe somebody says, hey, man, I've been trying to make sure I journal every day. Would you check in with me? I'll check in with you. A couple of people I know just send a picture of the front cover of the journal to each other each morning. I did mine. Did you do yours? Just a little accountability, right? Yeah, guys, step into that fear. It isn't random. It has a source. Okay, it's usually rooted in fear of failure, fear of judgment, success, rejection, whatever it is. Okay, and your body is going to just withdraw. It's going to avoid, right? It's going to procrastinate. It's going to have anxiety. All right, and then ask yourself, if I wasn't afraid, I would. And also, what's the fear underneath that dream or action? Where did it originate? And what is it costing you to keep believing it? You might be surprised with your answers. Just be brutally honest with yourself, okay? So, guys, if that was helpful, pop a fist pump in the chat. We're talking about overcoming self-doubt, and today was about understanding where fear comes from, okay? It's a little quick one today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about something powerful, how fear might actually be your greatest guide. We'll uncover the hidden gift inside fear and why your biggest discomfort might be pointing you to your next big breakthrough. Okay, so don't miss tomorrow, and actually, don't miss yesterday. if you have time, it's a little bit of a longer one, but if you have time, we had Steve Rosenberg on, and he talked about his Live Like Jet Foundation in memory and for the legacy of his son Jet, Jett, and check that out. And we got a link in here too, so we're going to be getting behind that and seeing what we can do as a community to help bring the trades school experience to some kids that wouldn't otherwise have it. And if you know someone that Steve should know that might, need some help, let us know. Maybe we can do something. I will be handling the Daily Sales Accelerator today. Speaking of the Rosenberg Group, that starts at 10:30 Eastern. There's a link in there to grab a free 7-day trial. Jump on it. Rachel says, who could you help inspire if you let fear stop you from doing the thing? Yeah, exactly. Good stuff. Yeah, check out the Rosenberg Group website. All of the stuff, all the links. The Live Like Jet Foundation is in there. The Daily Sales Accelerator link is in there. And if you think that you might want to know more about what's going on inside that community, hit me up. We'll schedule a 30-minute free 30-minute strategy call, discovery call, whatever you want. No pressure. We don't even have to talk about coaching. We'll see what's going on with your business or your work or what's happening with all that stuff. Wendy is putting the links right to us now. And so there's plenty of places to go if you need some help. All right. Yeah, hit me up with that. Get on my Calendly. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are super busy through the end of the month. But after that, when I fully move to the Rosenberg Group, the one-on-one coaching stuff is going to cease. And I'll be fully into that organization August 1st. So working through the last couple of weeks now of coaching calls that have been going on for 2.5 years. with some great people. And it's been great to see a lot of them bridge over and say, Bob, we believe in you. I see what you're doing here, and it says a lot that you're kind of pressing pause on your one-on-one stuff and moving to the group model to go from one to one, from one to one to one to many. And that's really the crux of it right there, guys, is I started out this journey to be able to help as many people as I can. And fortunately, got connected with Steve, and he showed me the way to be able to do that, because I was at a point where I'm probably hard to scale beyond 17 to 20 hours of one-on-one Zoom call work per week, which it only sounds like half a week, but when you think about the prep that's involved, the things after, how much you wear the coaching call for a while after that, it is a lot. It is a lot, and I know I can operate at a higher level. So, talk about conquering fear, right? Taking something that I've poured my heart and soul into, somewhere between 10 and 14, 15 hours a day, 7 days a week for the last 2.5 years, and say, okay, now we're going to do this. So, my belief in what we're doing there is strong. So to that end, we've got a couple things happening down in Houston coming up August 4th and 5th. What we call the 2-day takeoff event. It's free. Okay. You got to get yourself there. You're going to spend a few bucks. You're going to get on a plane. Typically, if you're in the Northeast, you're going to get on a plane. You're going to go to Spring, Texas, which is just outside of Houston. It's about 20 minutes from the airport, and get 2 days of business, personal development knowledge from Steve and myself. I'm getting involved in delivering the content here in the next few. Give Steve a little bit of a breather, and you'll learn about his program, or our program, I should say. And it's not a hard sell. If you want to come and learn a whole bunch about business, get in the right rooms, right? Then we'd love to have you August 4th and 5th. September 8th and 9th. We do it every single month. And then in October 1st through the 3rd, depending on what ticket level you buy, we have VIP and elite VIP and general admission, seating for what we're calling Mach 5 event. Okay. And that's going to be in the 2-day event on steroids, if you will. So if you're struggling with business and life and you're just tired of repeating the same year after year and having to recreate things every single year, you need to be in Houston in October. Simple as that. Guys, I've been going once a month. We've been going down once a month. And it's a piece of cake. Zip, zip. Yeah, take connection out of Portland, but it's a day, better part of a day to get down there. But I would ask you, what kind of an effort are you making to put yourself in a different spot in 2026 than you might be in 2025? I've had years like that where 2020, 2021, 2022, like every year just looked the same. What are we doing? There's got to be a what I've heard Steve call a pattern interrupt, okay, to what you're doing. Why do the same thing over and over and expect a different result, right? Anyway, check out Tyler Kirk's website. Wendy just put the link. We love Tyler, and he's actually been able to do some work for a couple of clients. So Alex says the fear you had 2 years ago must have been enormous. Look at you now. Prime example of conquering fear. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I do try to lead from the front. Sometimes that means I step in it a little bit, but very much like that, this transition to the Rosenberg group and community is me going first, right? And I've said to Steve, and I've said to my close friends, and I've said to Wendy, it won't feel the same if I can't bring my friends with me, okay? And I'll still be doing this every day. And I'm working hard to figure out a way that all of the summit coaching and consulting clients and community can in some way take advantage of the opportunity with me. Okay. Because that's what I set out to do, help as many people as possible. So it's not me going, hey, I'm going over here now. See you guys. It's me saying, hey, let's go over here. This is going to be great. Okay. And most everybody is jumping in, which is great. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. Check out Bailey's website. She texted me last night, Dad, I got another one. So she was hooked up with, I can't remember the name of the business. But if you've got a business and you are struggling with your social media, or you're what's going on marketing wise. She does a great job, and she's connected with some friends down there. She's got a great videographer, photographer. They do a bunch of great things locally, but you don't have to be local if you're the kind of person that's okay with getting some content and uploading it, and you want someone to take it from there. Have a conversation. It doesn't cost anything to get on the phone with her. So her Instagram is in the links here in the thread. I just lost it. I got to scroll back. Yeah. So she's at 21 Digital on Instagram. Check that out. And of course, I'm biased. So anyway, guys, it's been great. I hope you've had a great week. We got a great weekend lined up. Looks like the weather's going to be decent tomorrow. So, and hey, if today's better than tomorrow weather-wise, get outside today and work tomorrow, whatever. You guys that are employees, your boss might not like that, but whatever. Maybe that's why you need to start your own business. All right, guys, have a great day. I appreciate you. If you need me, I'm around. Jump on my schedule. Let me know how I can help. All right, go be great today. Take care.